It was a full team fight, except the enemy healer wasn't there because I was busy torturing him on the other side of the map. Even so, our team got wiped clean in seconds. That's never a good sign. A gap this obvious usually means the battleground is already leaning in one direction. Still, wars aren't decided by strength alone. If we can keep our heads clear for a little longer, maybe this battleground can still be saved.
Great job, Bobo. At this point, it feels like the only people still thinking clearly in this battleground are you and me. Maybe that's enough. Maybe a tank who refuses to die and an assassin who refuses to stop hunting can still drag this team to victory. So keep running. Buy as much time as you can. Their flag carrier belongs to me now. The mage and druid can try to stop me if they want, but magic has never frightened me very much. One cloak of shadows, one clean assassination. And by the time they realize what happened, I'll already be gone. We secured the first flag, but the difference in strength is still obvious. My team is still being slaughtered, and this time their flag carrier is a healer. A clear statement of intent. They want to make sure it doesn't happen again. The berserker buff in front of me has to be used carefully. Taking it now and rushing in without a plan would be amateur work. I need to wait until the flag carrier drifts away from his team, just far enough for one precise opening. Then the buff becomes useful, the plan becomes precise, and the kill table gets one more guest. Bobo has become the perfect bait. The enemy team is chasing him across the map with that familiar kind of tunnel vision players mistake for confidence, and in the process they've left their flag carrier exposed. Interesting how quickly people abandon protection once they smell an easy kill. Unfortunately for them, the monk goes on the kill table. The job is almost done. Despite the obvious gap in strength, one more clean execution may be enough to win this battleground. Killing their flag carrier wasn't difficult, but Bobo couldn't survive the counterattack either. I don't blame him. He carried this battleground longer than anyone had a right to. There isn't much time left now, and if this ends the way I think it will, this match will be remembered as a victory built on our team's blood, sweat, and tears. Not a single member of my team is still standing after the first fight. I'm not even sure a team this outmatched can still find a path to victory. Their flag carrier has already reached the base, and ours is trying to return through heavy fire. Not ideal. The one comforting detail is that our juggernaut is a protection warrior. That gives me a clock to work with. My job is simple: end their carrier before our warrior runs out of time. I needed to save my cooldowns until I was certain the flag carrier belonged on the kill table, but our warrior was bleeding time, and sometimes the battleground doesn't allow perfect conditions. I had to commit before the scene was ready. Predictably, the result was imperfect. The enemy took the first score. Still, one lost point is not the end of the hunt. Panic is for people who need daylight to think clearly. I don't. Tonight is long, and the dark has always been very generous to me. The enemy flag carrier is gone. Now it's time to protect ours. Our juggernaut somehow fought his way back through the chaos and nearly made it home, but he's barely holding together. Uh-oh. The evoker is lining up deep breath, and there's no realistic way to keep our flag carrier alive through that. Saving lives was never really my specialty anyway. Fortunately, saving flags is a very different skill. No need to be humble, Juggernaut. You carried the flag on your back all this way. At this point, you're the only person on this team I can rely on. You are the most valuable asset tonight. This is bad. My entire team, including Juggernaut, is dead. The enemy flag carrier is already halfway home with a healer protecting him. I can delay him alone, but stopping him by myself? Unlikely. So come on, team. Respawn. Rebuild. Fight again. Because if I'm the only thing standing between that flag carrier and victory, tonight ends very badly for us. Picking up the flag goes against the Assassin's Code. It puts a target on your back, drags you out of the shadows, forces everyone to know exactly where you are. Exposure like that violates the first rule of survival. But sometimes the code bends when there's nobody else left to carry the burden. So I'll take the flag for all the players who died trying to protect it before me. This is bad. Half our team hasn't even reached the enemy flag carrier yet, and ours is already under attack. Hold on, Juggernaut. Be strong. You're the only one who can keep this game alive right now. I know the pressure is coming from every direction, but I promise you this. Before you fall, I will put their flag carrier on the kill table. If the score stays tied, the last cap wins. 1 minute left. Unless the enemy pulls off a miracle run, this game is ours. To their credit, they're still trying. Every one of them is moving toward our flag carrier, hoping to tear the game open at the last second. But desperation narrows the vision. They're thinking only about our flag. They've forgotten about theirs. And as long as I'm still breathing, their carrier does not get home.